So a little while ago, I reached out to you guys, you absolutely lovely degenerates, to find out what in your opinion is the most cursed as well as the most blessed Doujin tags that you could think of. Boy oh boy, I'm grateful for half of that post, the other half not so much. Just pulling what you guys have meant that I would have to do the research to even understand what half of them meant. And boy oh boy, I regretted it immediately. That being said, to build a more exhaustive list to base off of and kind of understand and pick, in my opinion, what is the most cursed tags, as well as the most blessed ones, but the cursed ones are definitely the more painful ones, and you'll remember going through those way more. I went to a will be unnamed site, verbally at least, and went through quite literally every tag that they had on there, and some of them, most of them, yikes. So I picked 5 for the sake of this video, and once we do that, we'll get the cursed ones out of the way first just to spare ourselves, and then we'll get a palette cleanser, a chaser, the full eye bleach, and move on to the blessed ones to just really kick back and relax and just have a good time after we get through the fucking rocky road that is the first half of this video. So this is your last warning to get the hell out, because I'm putting this plane in nosedive. We are going straight to the bottom. There's no easing into anything. I'm going right to the disgusting stuff. So you have been warned. And for preface, I'm not including anything like NTR, rape, incest, or any of that, because somehow that's still tame compared to where this is gonna end up. Just if you needed one more excuse to, like, the door is right there. So last chance, here we go. First up, I don't even want to talk about it. Bestiality. I don't even know if I have to explain what this one is. I think most people know what this one is. I have seen so many good posts ruined by this. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. Am I the weird one? Is this a hot take where it's just like I don't like animals in my sauce? In front of my sauce, bro? Really? It's just, I swear, some of the best, like, art contains an animal of some sort. And to be perfectly crystal clear on this, I mean like real animals. Like, not catgirl or something kawaii, like cute, kind of like half excuse. I mean when it's like a literal horse, a bull, a dog just going at it on a human. It's just like, why? I don't understand who this is for. Y'all are freaks. You be into what you want, but keep it to actual fiction. Because if that goes into real life, if any of these really go into real life, honestly, then you got some problems. But anytime it pops up, you can almost tell from thumbnails and like the miniature photo that you get as a preview, and you're like, you're probably okay. But sometimes they just throw it in there and just they just RKO you and come out of nowhere from the top. It is so uncool. Please stop doing this tag. I genuinely just, no. So I think I'm gonna hit most of what you guys said, all in this one post, basically. But penetration of any place that isn't just a normal place, which really, there's only 3. So once it goes past that, boy, what are you doing? The one I did see come up, eye penetration, that one hurts my head just to think about. Ear, the brain, apparently. I don't know who's into that one, but I mean, I'm all down for a good mindfuck, just as long as it's like nothing physical is coming near me. Jesus. It is just, literally, it's just so vile because it has that painful aspect to it, but then half of it is also like the gore of it. And that, honestly, I didn't put gore as a tag just because some of these, it's either bloody enough or graphic enough that it's like, well, there you go. It's kind of thrown in there. But yes, that one also came up and I hate it. It just, I'm lotting this in with it just because it is one of those tags that's just rough as well. Just put it where it's supposed to go, or where, you know, like at least you can kind of naturally go. When it's like being forced into places that quite literally are not meant as a whole for that purpose, just or they make a hole, it's just, oh no. I wish you guys could see half the stuff I had to look at for the I you know what, count yourself lucky. It's awful. From there, honestly, I can kind of see where some people would get off to this, but if there was a tag that quite literally made my skin crawl, it's living clothes, which typically I can deal with tentacles or like even like malformed like weirdness to a lot of stuff, but this one's just like an outfit that quite literally fucks you essentially, and I just it just feels like you have bugs crawling on you looking at it, and I just nope. I'm sure there's probably like that absolute one instance that someone's like, but bro, this is pretty hot. And there probably is for a lot of stuff, but this one, honestly, this might be the closest one that gets to like a little squeak by of a pass, but no. Every instance that I personally saw just actually made me like squeamish almost. It actively makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. Plain and simple. It's just, moving clothes. Any type of birth. I'm not even limiting this to one tag. Literally any type of birth. Whether it's from a man, whether it's from the anus, whether it's from fucking literally any place that just isn't natural. Honestly, I'm gonna level with you guys. Even if it's just a normal birth, why? What about that is hot? That is disgusting. As someone who has seen multiple live births, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you've ever seen one if you find that hot, because it's rough. No, there is no sex appeal to be had given any type of birth. Fuck you. I will actually die on a hill and fight these people that want this one. That's boy, and possibly girl. No. It's awful. Absolutely awful. Get that shit out of here. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it just started absolutely torrential pouring. Even God wants to cry. Mother Nature wants to just wipe it out, get that shit out of here. Absolutely disgusting. Florida knew. It was like, send them a borderline hurricane. Get that crap washed out of here. Just take me out with it. To go with the appropriate follow-up for our fifth and final tag. Probably the one I actually, if I could forget about any of them, is this one. Just has to do with birth, except rather than coming out, you guessed it, unbirth, where an individual goes completely back up inside. Does not matter the size. We're not always talking about a child. We're talking about full-grown people. Just just turn into a hurricane and just wipe this whole city out. At least just me. My God, it's just absolutely the most disgusting thing I've seen in a long time. It's rough. It's just, and it takes like another just awful tag of inflation, because it just basically is somebody just also in somebody that's probably the same size and just like stretched out. It's God no. God no. It's so bad. Honestly, if you like suffering too, I welcome you to go look up these stuff, but I have to say, please don't, because it's just not fun. Even ironically looking at them was just like, like I went into it just to look at them and understand what each tag was, and I still was like, this isn't fun even as for shits and giggles. How does somebody go with dick in hand for this? These people are not human. They are absolute monsters or unstoppable. These are true warriors, I guess. Freaks. It's nuts. Good Lord. Thank God that's over. I would go get a heavy drink right now after just having to reiterate all of that. However, I'll do you one better. A good old glass of eye bleach, just dumped straight in. It's time for the bless tags. I swear a ray of light actually comes down when these tags are brought up or I see them mentioned in something. You know, the fastest click in the West. My God, hell yeah. Starting off with it, honestly, there's really no rhyme or reason to put any in any order, and there's a ton I had to like sit down and think about which ones to even put in this list, because I just had such a good time with it. To be honest, I probably spent more days trying to go through them because I would keep, you know, going into that tag and be like, well, fuck. Now I have to read all of that because there was some good stuff. Where to even start? You know what? I'm going to start off with my personal favorite, probably. Thigh highs and stockings. My God. If there is a God, this is proof of it. Good Lord. It is just absolute chef's kiss anytime it's involved in anything, even if it's not adult oriented. Oh, there really isn't any explanation to it. If you look at this, that, if you feel anything looking at that, you understand. If you don't, you're missing out. It's so good. It's so good. Yes. Oh, I already feel better. Up next, I'm a simple man. I like my fine wines properly aged. Ones that just absolutely take your breath away when you look at them. Milf. Milf. Honestly, there's so many branching off things with this one tag that the variety is definitely out there, so it's hard to narrow down. But you can't tell me you don't look at a housewife or even a bridal outfit. You cannot tell me that you've never just tried to find any image of your waifu, whoever that may be, in a bridal outfit. Or your husbando. To be honest, DILF, too, for the ladies out there. We don't discriminate. It goes both ways. But just for the sake of this rant, MILF. It is just, it's so good. Honestly, there's so many different ones that just, especially the art, I feel like the artists just come to play when it comes to MILF. So there's just so much diversity, yet so much solid foundation for this tag, and I don't have that many complaints for it, to be honest. Now, another one that is more reflective of my personal preference, but god dang if it's just not, the art doesn't do it absolutely perfect almost every time I see it. Good Lord, dark skin. There's something about it that's just like, it just looks great, especially if they have like the white lining across the body. I don't even know what to call that, almost like tattoo art, sort of. Any character that has that is just like, that is an absolute 11 out of 10. They don't even get the normal 10 out of 10. That shit is perfect. Genuinely some of the best shit I could possibly look at. It is so good. Yes, give me more. Now, the one for the wholesome degenerates out there that absolutely tugs on your heartstrings and warms you up like a cozy blanket, childhood friend. I really don't think you could go wrong with this. You could just feel the love when it comes to these ones, and it just warms your heart, man. There's really not much else to say about it. It's just a great one if you just want a good little feeling of love in your adult entertainment. So yeah. Now, contrary to what I put in my cursed section of this video, we have catgirls. I genuinely don't know who complains about a good catgirl. There's something about it that's just cute as shit. You could put cat ears on a dude, and I think most people are like, that boy cute now. Well, what the fuck? Like, there's something just about, like, and to combat the bestiality side of it, we're literally just talking about essentially a human person that has cat ears and probably a tail. And that's mostly the extent of it. There's nothing more, because the more you go down that route, the weirder it gets and the more I check out. But when it's the simplified version of just these little additional traits, there's something about it that's just cute as fuck. And honestly, I can't really explain it. It's just cute. I think most of Japan has realized that as well, because clearly something about it worked, because it's a massively popular tag and just niche that pops up in almost all anime, manga, doujins, what have yous. So yeah, I don't know if this one comes as much as a surprise, but it's a damn good one. I have zero complaints when it comes to catgirls. And really, most animal-oriented characters that are still pretty much 90% human with some features is fine. I really don't have a problem with that. And I mean most of them. So yeah, it's a broad topic of not just the cat, but going out from there, it's a good one. As a little bonus 6th bless one, just to further palate cleanse, and really not one I could figure out how to fit in to make a ton of sense, stuff that's in full color is honestly fantastic most of the time, as long as it's not for the absolute vile ones. But when it's for more blessed stuff, it tends to work better. Color actually hurts if it's like disgusting. But that being said, if it is in full color, heterochromia, or 2 different eye colors, there's something about it that I absolutely love. I just really like the design choice, even for non-Doujin and like degenerate based stuff. There's just something about 2 different eye colors that's really like interesting, and it draws my attention significantly. So yeah, that was just a little cherry on top one that I really can't consider it a tag in itself. While it does come up as a tag, it's I mean, there was probably like 11 options that had it at the bottom of the list. So I do really like that one when it does come up though, but it is very rare. So yeah, that's been this daily dose of absolute degeneracy. Hopefully you absolutely hated the first half of it and loved the second half like I did, or you found some enjoyment across the entirety of it. My God, I hope it was worth it, because it was painful. It was definitely painful to have to experience some of this, but I also discovered a few more things that maybe even wasn't listed in this video that I did enjoy, or also really hated, but didn't quite make the list. So I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it, share it around with anybody you think would be interested. Subscribe if you haven't already. If nothing else, if that's the only thing you do, that's the most important one to me. Come stick around, join this community. I absolutely love and adore anybody that does join us. It's a fantastic feeling. I'm jumping for joy every time I see that number go up. Seriously, there's like actual fist pumps. It's ridiculous. I'm like a child on Christmas morning when I see that number go up every single time. But yeah, that's all I really had to talk about for today. So hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.